15-day TikTok beginner course where you will learn to set up and use your account the right way. Hey friends, welcome to the 15-day TikTok beginner course where you're going to learn to set up and use your account the right way. I'm so glad you're here because this course was designed specifically for beginners who want to feel confident using TikTok without the overwhelm. Here's what you can expect. Each day, you'll get a short, simple lesson that walks you through one part of TikTok, step by step. You can pause the video as many times as you need to catch up. You can rewind and rewatch as many times as you need, especially on the parts that you feel are more difficult. That's completely normal, and repetition is how we learn. And remember, you don't have to do it all perfectly the first time. The goal is progress, not perfection. By the end of these 15 days, you'll know how to set up your account the right way, create content with confidence, and start using TikTok as a tool to grow and share your message. So take it one day at a time. Have fun with this process and don't be afraid to rewatch a video if something doesn't click the first time. You've got this. Have fun with it. All right, let's jump into day one. Welcome to day one of the TikTok beginner training. I'm so glad that you're here because today we're starting the very foundation of your TikTok profile. This is your storefront. It's your handshake to your customer. It's the first impression that people will have when they come on to your TikTok homepage. Whether you realize it or not, people decide in the first 3 seconds whether to follow you or keep scrolling by based on your profile. So if you want to attract the right audience, earn their trust, and eventually grow your business online, your profile needs to be clear, simple, and magnetic. So why is your profile so important? Why does it matter? Think of your profile as an online business card. It tells people who you are, what you're about, and why they should stick around. So if your profile is unclear or cluttered or empty, people just leave. But if it's warm and clear and specific, then people will follow you even before they've seen your first video. Your profile picture is the very first thing that people notice. You got to skip random selfies or blurry backgrounds. Instead, you want to be using a bright, clear headshot with good lighting and show your smile. And make it like it's approachable, that people could just walk up to you and have a conversation. Keep the background really simple. Don't make it busy. So the focus is really on you, not the background. So if you're building a brand, make sure that you're using your face because your face is the brand. So people follow people, they don't follow logos. So give them a face that they can see, know, like, and trust. Let's talk about your username and your handle. First of all, your handle is how people will find you on TikTok. It needs to be easy to remember, easy to type, and align with your brand. So for example, mine is Celine Digital Nana. I think it's important to put your name in there because that's who you are. It's clear, it's simple, and instantly says what I'm about. You want to avoid usernames that have random numbers like Celine 12345. That looks really spammy. You'll notice that people that duplicate accounts will have numbers in it. So you want to avoid that at all cost. They don't look professional, and you want to be able to keep your username and your handle clean, memorable, and connected to the niche that you're doing. Let's talk about the bio section. Arguably the most important part of your profile because people go on to your main page and this is what they'll see. And this is where it tells people who you help, the problem that you solve, and how you solve it. Write this down. Here's the formula. I help who you're helping, do what do you help them with, without what's the pain point. So for example, for me, I'm helping midlifers 50 plus build digital income with ease without tech overwhelm or rejection. So it's clear, it speaks directly to the ideal audience, and it positions you as someone who can help. All right, let's talk about links. Once your account qualifies, and I believe that's 1,000 followers, you can add clickable links in your bio section. And this is where you'll direct people to your funnel, your freebies, your community. So even if you don't have a clickable link yet, you can still use your bio to give a simple call to action. Drop ready for my blueprint. Join my free community. You can put something in there that calls to action the people that are following you. The key here is to never leave people guessing what they should do next. You always want to be giving them a call to action to tell them what you want them to do next. So you're always guiding them. All right, let's talk about mistakes that you want to avoid. So, if you don't have a profile picture or the picture is blurry, people are just going to scroll on by. So, make sure that you have a really good picture. Lighting is really important, so think about that. The best would be to have natural lighting. So if you stand by a window or even if you take a picture outside, that will get you your best quality. You don't want to have a bio that's vague. Love, dance, and eat pizza. Nobody cares, right? If your goal is to grow a business, you have to tell them who you help and why they should follow you, right? So in the previous slide where I gave you the formula, make sure you follow that formula. And then also, if you don't have a link or a CTA, that's a big drawback for people because you always need to tell people what they need to do next. So even if you don't have a link option yet, if you haven't got 1,000 followers, then make sure you put a CTA in your bio. Remember, clarity is going to win every single time. So keep it simple, clean, and clear. I'm going to share my screen and show you all the different sections, and then we'll come back to the wrap up and the challenge. All right. So here you can see my main screen. This is my home screen of my TikTok. And you can see where it says Celine Digital Nana. It's got my name and my username. Now I called them username and handle. It's the same thing, okay? So username, name, handle, it's the same thing. So you can click on the pencil there beside Celine Digital Nana and click there, or it'll say user and a bunch of numbers. So you're going to fix that. So the first thing you're going to see is name. And for me, I've put in Celine-Digital Nana. You can click on that arrow beside that. Yours will say user and a bunch of numbers. So you can update that to the user or the name that you're using. For business, I recommend putting your name in it as well so people can get to know you. Or you could use your name and put your business, use your handle as your business name. So that's just a decision you need to make. So I've decided to put both my name and my business in my name. Celine Digital Nana is actually my company name. So that's why I have that there. But you decide what works best for you. I'm going to cancel out of that. The next thing you're going to do is put a username here. Now you'll see Celine Digital Nana has a green check mark beside it. That means that that name is available. It's a valid username and I can use that. So when you're putting a username in there, you'll see a red X until you come up with a username that is not used by somebody else. And then once you find a username that's easy to remember, easy to type, and doesn't have any numbers in it, then you'll click the save button and then that username will be yours going forward. All right, let's go back. You can see here your TikTok URL and there's two little squares there. You would click that if you wanted, if someone said, oh, give me your TikTok profile, like give me your URL, that you would click those two squares there and that will copy. See, it says link copied. And then you would paste that over to your friend and give that to them. You can also add your pronouns if you'd like. You can just click on the arrow, add pronouns. You can add up to 4 pronouns and you can edit and remove at any time. Next is your bio. So just click the arrow. I'm coaching now, so when I started, I used the formula that I've given you. I want you to start with that. As you progress and you become intermediate to advanced, we will change that. And that will be in a later version of TikTok or one of my training courses. So for now, just follow the formula that I gave you. Once you have 1,000 followers, you'll be able to put your links in here. And you can see there is 4 options. I've opted out of doing Lemon8 or Instagram. I just have my website and my YouTube channel. All right, but you can fill those in as you have accounts. As beginners, keep it simple. Just start with your website, and then as you grow, you can add things on here later. But keep it simple. Then you'll see fundraiser, self-AI. You won't see business information. Now, I have a business account. You probably don't have a business account, so don't worry about any of that. Okay, so the main parts that you will be filling in is your name, your username, your pronouns, should you choose to, and then your bio. Those are the most important ones. Great. Go back. All right. Moving on to the challenge. Well, there you have it. That was day 1 foundation, your TikTok profile. Clear photo, clean handle or username, strong bio, and a clear CTA. Today's challenge, update your TikTok profile, add a clear, friendly profile image, remember lighting, and write a simple, engaging bio. Remember to use the formula that I've given you and choose a clear, easy to remember username. All right, tomorrow we'll dive into day 2. And that is all about buttons. What do those buttons mean? A quick tour of TikTok so you'll never feel lost on that app again. We'll see you then.